Hello. In vitro. Medical bills, diapers, needles. These are just a few of the things that come along whenever you think about the process of in vitro. In vitro, a journey to parenthood. New techniques offer the possibility of improving a patient's odds of having a baby through in vitro fertilization. And this is quoted by Ward 2014. You do not have to be infertile to consider in vitro as a form of getting pregnant. Nowadays, anybody can have a baby, and anybody can go through in vitro to have that baby. Whether you're a gay couple, a straight couple, a single parent, or you just want to, or you've had a tubal ligation, which I've had, or you just want to add an addition to your life. In vitro is just not for those that are infertile. So you have to always look at just different people. Now, when you think about in vitro fertilization, the first thing that comes to your mind is a lady that's not fertile and she needs help conceiving a child. But that's not true. There's many different forms or many different ways to get pregnant, and different people can go through in vitro. Now, IVF treatment has become more successful over the years and is gaining acceptance. And this is through a quote by Jay Christensen in 2014. There are many ways to pay for IVF, meaning you do not have to break the bank or go into debt to cover expenses. Yes, this is a very expensive process. The most expensive part about IVF would have to be the medications. Now, you're looking upwards without insurance of a process of anywhere between $15,000 and $20,000. But throughout our process with us having insurance, I think the most costful thing for us was the medications. Now, we have this as one form of medication is Ganirelix, and then you have the pills, the aspirin, we have needles, then we have Lupron, and there's more needles and everything that comes with it. But all in all, the most expensive part would have to be the medications, unless you have hidden things coming along the way, as in any kind of surgeries or any kind of procedures that you have to get done in order to get pregnant. When I say those kind of procedures, as in you have cysts on your ovaries, you have polyps, you have different problems, tumors, anything can come along to where you have to pay for that out of pocket. But if you don't have any kind of hidden things going on with your body, mainly you can spend upwards to $2,000 to $3,000 alone just on medication. And not all insurance companies cover the medication, and they'll let you know that in advance. But the good thing about IVF is they have different ways that you can make payment plans. They have different ways you can sign up and get credit for all of the things that you need help with, and you can just pay that back in monthly payments. Yes, it is very expensive, but there's always a solution to where you don't have to pay it all at once. And in vitro is not an easy process and does not work for everyone. Now, IVF involves large amounts of physical and emotional energy, time, and money. Now, that was quoted by Stewart in 2014. Now, if you're not mentally and physically ready to go through this, then don't do it. Because your time is basically focused around the IVF process. They're not focusing that time around you. Work schedules, social events, all this stuff you have to put to the side in order to get all these appointments. You have to have sonograms, constant blood work, constant appointments. You're basically putting IVF first. So if you do not have the time, the energy, and just don't want to go through the emotional stresses of knowing that it might not work this time, it might work this time, don't do it. But basically, in conclusion, you don't have to be infertile. You don't have to be rich. And, you don't have to break the bank to want a baby. If you want to do it, then do it. But all in all, IVF, when you think about it, just think about the emotional toll, the stressful toll that is taken on a lot of people. But always remember that through this whole process that it is a very stressful thing to go through, and think about the others and everyone else that's going through it and what they're going through, because it's not an easy process.